Hi, everyone. So I've posted before about my lard making experiences, thanks to the generosity of Dave and Tony's Salmonaria. So I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's a great Italian deli here in Astoria. And I often, if I let the butcher know ahead of time, he'll save the fat from me from when he makes his prosciutto, and it's really super high quality and he gives me a ton of it, and I'm always so thankful that I've decided to make some lard soap from it finally and give him a bar. So I'm getting started here with SoapCalc, and I know many people don't really understand this. It seems to have a very overwhelming and confusing interface, but I'm going to walk you through at least how I'm going to set this up for my lard to know exactly how to make my soap safely and get the best quality. So it's here, it's soapcalc.net. Keep in mind, it's not .com, it's .net, SoapCalc. I'm going here to recipe calculator, and here we are. So you're going to look at this and think, oh, Maron, what is all this? But it's okay because this is all information that we need to make a really good soap. So I'm going to start here. I weighed out my lard. I have 479 grams, and I'm going to use all of it to make this soap. So I'm going to go here to grams, and it defaults to 500. So I'm just going to change this to 479. Okay, and I'm leaving the water, I'm leaving all this as it is. Super fat means this is 5% more oil than is called for the lye. And what that does is just kind of it's like a little bit of insurance so that you're not going to have extra lye in your soap. So we usually leave that at 5%. Sometimes if you want it extra creamy, extra like lotiony, conditioning, you might even put that up to 20%, especially if you're making a pure coconut soap. Coconut oil can be drying on the skin, but if you boost up the super fat percentage, then it can be, then you get the benefits of the actual coconut oil. So, all right. Anyway, now over here, this is quality different fatty acid profiles. So it's going to tell us lard. Everything here is alphabetical, and it has even, I mean, it even has, look at this, it even has horse oil, if you can imagine that. This, I don't know what half of these things are, but it's there. So if you use it, it's here for you. So lard, here we go, pig tallow. I'm going to put that over, I'm going to add it, and my lard is going to be 100%. And I have 479 grams. Whoops, what happened there? 400, I think I turned my number lock off. Come on. Why is my computer not? I don't know what's happening. Oh, you know what's happening is that I have percent indicated here, so there's nothing, grams ours isn't going to take anything. All right, so I'm going to go here, calculate recipe, because you know what, I have it at 100%, so there's no need because I put the 479 here, so it knows that I'm doing 100%, so there's no reason for me to put this twice. All right, now I'm going to calculate recipe. All right, and it's showing me the qualities over here. So hardness is going to be 42. Lard is solid. It's what we call a hard fat, a hard oil. So it's going to give a lot of hardness to the soap. The cleansing is only at a 1, so that means it's not great cleansing. It's 52, which is pretty good. It's not very bubbly. So that makes me think that I think I'm going to add a 5% of castor oil to this because castor oil will aid in bubbliness and having a nice lather for your soap. So I'm going to change this, and I'm going to say that I want my lard to be 95%, and over here I want to get my castor oil. So I'm going to scroll back up. Where's the castor oil? There it is. And I'm going to add it, and I'm going to say this is going to be 5%. And now when I calculate the recipe, do you see what's happening? Because I still have just 479 grams as my total weight, but it's changed now. So here we have The castor oil is 23 grams. So now my total is 479. So let me bump this up to 500 because I still want to use my whole lard. Now it's 475. So let me try maybe 505, see what that does. I could do this with my calculator, but I'm feeling a little lazy. It's just a hair over. So let me bring this down to 504. Calculate. There we go. That's as close to 479 as I'm going to get. And what this is telling me is that I need 25 grams of castor oil to go along with, to be 5% of my 95%, 479 grams of the lard. So I've calculated, did I calculate? I calculated the recipe. Now I'm going to view it. And this next page, sorry, I'm a little congested still from the cold I had last week. All right, so recipe, I call it 90% lard, 5% castor oil. Oops, castor oil. Okay, so here it's saying my total weight is 504 grams. I'm using 30% water as a percent of oil weight. Everything in soap goes based on the weight of your oils. So if you're going to add salt, if you're going to add additives, it will say something like 1 teaspoon per pound of oil, not pound of soap. So it says here again, my super fat discount is 5%. My lye concentration is almost 26%. It gives you the water to lye ratio. Now, you may never have any interest in looking at this, but it's here for you. I think it's always better to have more information than less, so don't get thrown off by any of this. And this is how much, if I were going to put fragrance, essential oils, or fragrance oils, which I'm not going to use for this, it would say I would need 15 grams. Okay, so here, now this is your recipe. Water, I need 0.422 or 6.76 or 191.5 grams of water. I'm going to need 67 grams of lye, and I have 504 grams of oil already. Again, the fragrance if I want to add it. And now it's telling me the soap weight before CP, which is cold process cure, or the hot process cook, is going to be a little more than a pound and a half, or 778 grams, 27 and a half ounces. And here again is what we're looking at here. This is how much of each I'm getting, and all these numbers match up with what you see up here. Here is, oh, sorry again. The hardness now has gone down a bit. Now it's a 40. The cleansing is still at 1. You can see here the cleansing, the range should be 12 to 22. This is a 1, but I know that lard is still a very good soap, so I'm going to leave it at that. The conditioning has actually gone up. I think it was 52 before. The bubbly, see the bubbly now has gone up to 5. The creamy is 43. The iodine is 58, right in the middle, and the INS, this is some from the chemistry association's indications of, I forget exactly, but it's 137. And here are your fatty acid profiles here. Each fat has a different fatty acid. That's that. All right. So what I could do is I could print this if I wanted to. I'm not going to. I usually print it and save it as a PDF for another time. But since this lard, this is so specific to this amount of fat that I have on hand, that I'm not going to save this because it's easy enough to do this again the next time I see it. So, and then you have this tab. If you want to print, you can save it. Otherwise, if you go back here, this is if you want to change something again, you want to add another oil, you want to add some olive oil, you want to add some coconut oil, whatever. Like if I did this again, I don't know, I'm going to see how this comes out. I may want to have just a lard soap. I know that on I think it's Red Devil, the classic lye that you get, their soap recipe is just 100% lard. So maybe there is something to it, and we'll find out. So this is what I'm going to go with. So all I need to know now is I have my fats weighed out. I'm going to weigh out my lye, which is going to be here. I'm going to weigh out 67.29 grams of lye, and I'm going to I'm going to drizzle it into the 191.5 grams of water, and then I'm going to make my soap. So then, so that's it. That's how you use the SoapCalc. It's a pretty neat system.